Breaking news tonight: the AI tools millions of you use every single day may not be as neutral as you think. We're talking about ChatGPT, Google's Bard, Microsoft's Bing AI, and a growing list of artificial intelligence chatbots that have exploded into mainstream use over the past year. These tools answer your questions, write your emails, help your kids with homework, and increasingly shape how people understand the world around them. But a bombshell investigation by the Washington Post is now raising serious, urgent questions. Are these AI systems secretly pushing a political agenda? The Washington Post didn't just speculate. They tested it. Journalists and researchers put these AI chatbots through a rigorous series of politically charged questions, probing their responses on hot-button issues like abortion, gun control, immigration, climate change, and political figures from both sides of the aisle. And what they found should make every single one of us stop and think very carefully about how much we're trusting these machines. Here's where it gets fascinating and deeply concerning at the same time. The chatbots didn't respond like blank slates. They responded like entities with perspectives. When asked about sensitive political topics, several of these AI systems showed measurable tendencies that critics are now arguing lean in a particular ideological direction. The responses weren't random. There were patterns. Consistent, detectable patterns. Now, the companies behind these tools, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, they all insist their systems are designed to be balanced, fair, and politically neutral. They say the guardrails are in place. They say the training processes are carefully monitored. But here's the problem: these AI systems learn from enormous datasets scraped from the internet, from books, from articles, from human-generated text. And if that underlying data carries a bias, guess what? The AI carries that bias too. It's baked in. It's embedded at the foundation level. Think about the scale of this for just one moment. ChatGPT alone reportedly crossed 100 million users faster than any application in history. These aren't just tech enthusiasts anymore. These are students, voters, journalists, business leaders, and everyday people using AI to form opinions, research candidates, and understand complex policy issues. If the information pipeline is tilted even slightly, the downstream effects on public opinion could be enormous. We're not talking about a biased op-ed that a reader can choose to skip. We're talking about a tool that presents itself as objective, as factual, as trustworthy, and that's precisely what makes this so dangerous. The Washington Post's investigation also highlights something the AI industry has been quietly wrestling with: the so-called alignment problem. How do you train an AI to be helpful without inadvertently encoding the biases of the humans doing the training? The engineers, the data scientists, the executives making decisions about what content the AI learns from their human beings with their own perspectives, their own blind spots, their own political environments. Objectivity, it turns out, is extraordinarily difficult to engineer. Some researchers are calling for independent third-party auditing of AI systems before they're released to the public. Others are demanding greater transparency about the datasets used to train these models. And a growing number of lawmakers on Capitol Hill are watching this story very closely, with congressional hearings on AI regulation already on the calendar. The companies, for their part, are pushing back, arguing that isolated examples of perceived bias don't represent systematic political slant. They point to constant updates, ongoing refinements, and safety teams working around the clock. But here's the question you need to sit with tonight when you ask an AI chatbot for information about the world: whose version of the world is it actually giving you? Because in the age of artificial intelligence, whoever controls the answers controls the narrative.